Hey everybody, what's going on today? Hope you're doing well today. Hope all is good in your world. Now, this week we're going to take a break from doing the series before the first shot because I got a new bow I want to review for you. Now, this bow review is because one of my subscribers asked, have you looked at the Lightning Archery line of recurve bows? And they got me going down a little rabbit hole, and I actually decided on one and I picked it up and I wanted to review it for you here today. So without further ado, let's get this thing unboxed and let's get into the review. All right, so right out of the gate, I can tell you that I have never seen a bow packaged this well when it comes from the manufacturer. Overall, very nice presentation when you first open the box. Let's see what all we've got with the bow here. So you have a nice little arm guard that's included with the packaging. Very nice touch. Of course, you've got your string. Now, here's the one thing about the string that I'm not really too jazzed about. Which, I get it, I understand it. First of all, I think I've got a mess. No, I've got a mess here. Okay, there we go, sorry. This is an endless loop string. The one thing you'll notice about this, it does come with the finger thingy things. I've never used these, so I can't speak to how well they'll work, but for purposes of shooting the bow right out of the gate, I'll give these a try. Now, if you're a new archer, that may be a good selling point for you, especially if you don't have a tab or a glove or any other way to grip the string as you're pulling back. So all in all, no complaints there. You also get some nice cat whiskers. Never use these. I tend to use yarn. But again, for the sake of the checking and reviewing of this bow, I'm definitely going to use these and give them a try. Can't complain. You're getting a lot for the value, or you're getting a lot of value and extras for what you pay for the bow. And the bow is actually $129, and you can pick it up on Amazon. And they do have different versions of this bow. Nice little stick-on rest material, which is nice. I don't have to cut Velcro for this outing, if you will. So we're going to get that put on. Let's see here. Also, you get a great little stringer tool. I love these stringer tools. I'm glad they included this one because my old one's getting kind of ratty. They do make different types of stringer tools, but for me, I love this type because it fits over the limb tips and it makes it easier to string your bow. So nice touch adding these little extras in your package, if you will. Let me move some of this out of the way. And if you are brand new to the sport of archery, you're going to need some arrows. Now for me, I don't think these are going to work. I don't know what length these arrows are. I'm going to have to check them. But that looks a little short for my draw length. I would say that's somewhere in the neighborhood of maybe 30 inches, maybe. I don't know. I don't even know what spine these are. Maybe it'll be somewhere in the packaging, but I'll check those out later. But nice little feather fletchings here. Again, these are nice little touches if you're just starting out and you don't have all of this equipment to go out and shoot. So you get 3 arrows in the package. This again is for someone just starting out, so keep that in mind. Now, on to the main part of the purchase, the bow itself. Now, what do you notice about this riser? I can tell you right out of the gate, this looks a lot like my Spider XL bow. It really looks a lot like the Ghost bow riser, the one that I gave away here on my channel. Very nice form, fit, and finish, it feels like. Very nice in the hand, not chunky, not blocky. It does feel good, but it does really remind me of my Ghost takedown bow riser. So, and the other thing too I noticed whenever I was looking at this bow, they do sell the longbow limbs, but overall the riser feels good in the hand. It's about 19 inches long. And again, the grip is really nice and really refined. It feels good. It doesn't feel chunky or blocky. So, and then of course you got your limb bolts here, which we will be getting the limbs out here in just a second and get this bow strung up. All right, let's start with the limbs here. Lightning Archery logo on the lower limb. Now this one is 62 inches long with a 40-pound draw weight. But bamboo and fiberglass limbs, so we're going to give those a try out here. They feel really stiff. I'm wondering if it's actually going to pull 40 pounds, but we'll get it together and we'll see. There's the lower limb. Let's pull out the top limb. Just check it out. Yep, top limb, everything looks in order. Again, whenever you're getting a new bow like this, you really want to just inspect your limbs when you pull them out of the packaging. You want to make sure that everything is good, and you want to make sure that no splits, especially right in here in this area. You don't want any splits, you don't want any delamination, so check it. And again, when you first string it up, you really want to check it again to make sure that nothing is going on with those limbs, because you don't want to put yourself in an unsafe situation. So limbs, riser, accessories, and they did put one more thing in the box here. That's a pretty nice little target. A nice target for you to get out and practice with. So let's get this bow together, let's string it up, and let's see how she actually performs when we get out to shoot. Okay, so this is a budget-friendly bow. Again, coming in at $129. If you're looking to get into archery, there are a lot of bows in this sub $200 price range that you can pick up. Now, I'm not going to speak to how well this one shoots or anything just yet because we haven't gotten it together. So we're going to get this put together, get the string on it, and we're going to take a few shots with it. But overall, my first impressions of it seem pretty nice. But first impressions, we want to make sure that those kind of live up to what you think they are, right? So let me get the limbs in here and let's get the string on it, and then we'll check it out. We're going to check the draw weight. We're going to check for any damages or anything like that. But overall, I mean, look, this is a really nice riser. It's just it's a beautifully made riser as far as I can tell. And I don't see anything that would be out of place. Now everything here, you can of course put a plunger button in here if you want to use that style. You can put an arrow rest or an elevated. I'm just going to shoot off the shelf like I always do. It's got the inserts here where you can put a quiver on. I'm sure you could use those for sights as well. Not really sure. I don't use sights on a recurve bow. But let me get the limbs on and let me quit talking. All right, so the limbs are on. Let's get the string on it and let's test the draw weight of this bow. So let's do what we said we were going to do. Let's check the actual draw weight of this bow. So let's take it, let's hook it in, and we're going to see where we actually come up. That's 41.6, so that's not bad. Let's do another one. Let me clear this. One more pull. You gonna lock or what? All right, let's see, one more time. So we will go with the original draw. Now I did draw past my at my 30, so that came in at 41 pounds at 30 inches. I'm going to say we'll take 2-3 pounds off of that. So maybe it's coming in about 38, 37-ish pounds at 28 inches. That's what we're going to guesstimate. Now there's a few more things I need to do before we go out to shoot this thing. I want to get the rest material in, and then I'm going to try to install those cat whiskers. Okay, so the cat whiskers were an ultimate failure. I could not get those tied in to save my life. And how I was putting them in was completely wrong. Again, I don't use cat whiskers, I use the yarn. So I put some yarn silencers in here and just fluffed them up a little bit before we go out to shoot. Again, overall, the form, fit, and finish of the bow seemed to be really nice. Of course, the proof is going to be in the pudding, so to speak, when we go out to shoot it to see how it actually performs. Now, we'll be using the arrows that came with it, and I'll be using my arrows, of course, that I shoot standard all the time. Just a combination of my Link Boys and then my top archers, which I really like the top archers. So we're going to go out and give these a try, see how the bow performs, talk a few more minutes about the specs of the bow, and then we'll close out this video. So let me get together, let me get outside, and let's take some shots. All right, so let's take a few shots with the bow. We're going to be using the arrows that came with the bow to begin with. It is a little strange trying to hang on to this for me. I'm kind of a little bit out of my element, if you will, because I've never shot with one of these. But again, if you're just starting out, this is probably going to be a nice little addition to the string. And these will come off, or I can cut them off. But let's take a shot and see how it works. Fair amount of hand shock, not a lot, but you do feel it. And I don't know if it's because of the limbs or maybe the arrows themselves. We'll try a heavier arrow here in just a minute. Yeah, I can feel the hand shock in the bow. Let's try a heavier arrow. One of my normal ones that I shoot. This is a 500 spine. We'll see how it performs out of this bow. Reduce the hand shock a little bit, but it's still present. The draw is smooth with the bow. It's not, you don't feel stacking. You don't feel like you're getting to a wall and you're just having a hard time pulling it back. Now this is rated for 40 pounds at 28 inches. And of course my draw length is 30 inches, so I'm exceeding that a little bit. So let's try another shot with one of the, yeah. With the arrows that come with it, the hand shock is a little bit more pronounced. And again, I don't know the spine weight of those arrows. So to me, the arrows that come with it, yes, you can use them, and yes, you can get out and shoot the bow immediately. But I would probably try to source something else for shooting purposes whenever you're out practicing with this bow. A little bit less pronounced on the hand shock. Let's collect those arrows and let's shoot some more. So if you're looking for a bow, just starting out and don't know what to buy, again, buy the one that you want, buy the one that fits you. As I said in our Before the First Shot series, you want to make sure you get the bow that's right for you. But if someone were asking me for a recommendation just starting out, I would not be hesitant to give a good recommendation for this bow. Is it a professional bow? No, it is a beginner entry level, so keep that in mind. I got leaves all over me for some reason. But that being said, I hope you've enjoyed this bow review. I hope it's given you some insight into this. And I forget which subscriber asked me about this bow. Please forgive me, I'd have to go back through a lot of comments to find that. But I did want to get to the review, and I'm glad I did. It's a good little bow, and I'll probably end up giving this one away to somebody. We'll see. There may be a bow giveaway in the future for this bow. I'll think about that. I'll mull it around, kick it around in my head a little bit, if you will. Now, for those of you who have been with me here and have been enjoying, hopefully, the series I'm doing Before the First Shot, we'll start back up next week with that, and we're going to be talking about bowstrings, because that's an important thing whenever you get out here to shoot. Which bowstring you're going to use? You're going to use endless loop, fast flight, Dacron, you're going to use a Flemish twist. All of those questions come into play whenever you're setting up your bow. And again, that is something that's a matter of personal preference. So hopefully you'll join me for the next installment of Before the First Shot, and I hope you're enjoying it. And if you are, please let me know. Hit me up in the comments, send me an email, whatever that is, and let me know. I'm trying to do something that's useful and informational to you, the archery community out there. But I always thank you so much for my support. I really appreciate it. And for all my subscribers who have been with me for a while, thank you so much for hanging with me and taking this journey with me, if you will. And for those of you who are new to my channel and new subscribers, I really appreciate that you think enough of my content to subscribe to my channel. And hopefully I'm giving something back, something that's useful, something that's entertaining, or at least something that makes you scratch your head and go, what's wrong with this guy? Anyways, so I hope you've enjoyed this brief video about the Lightning Archery Recurve. And again, I'll put the link down in the video description so you can go check one out for yourself. I'm not affiliated with them. I don't make any money off the link, nothing like that. It's just, again, I think it's a good product, and I think it's for those just starting out. I think it will be a good investment of your money to get you up and shooting and get you on this journey yourself. So thank you so much for coming by today. I really appreciate it. Thank you for all the input in the comments. Thank you for just thinking enough of me to come hang out with me when I post videos. And as always, it's my hope that you have a great day, a better day tomorrow, and a wonderful week ahead of you. And until next time.